the more they happen in the same way, the more they will get connected. So now the implication becomes that each time you go through a pattern that causes you suffering, you are more likely to suffer the next time. Your body is only getting more prepared to go through that kind of same suffering again. So what do we need to do? Observe it. And what will that do? It will add certain more dimensions to this pattern, which is a dimension of awareness or relaxed alertness or whatever it is that you are practicing, right? So what's going to happen is that this person is now, all this was going on and now learn some mindfulness, let's say, and then says, before the person knows it, the pattern has kicked in. Because the pattern kicks in involuntarily. The pattern is in the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system is the one that is involved in digestion and respiration and all these things which are not in our control. So it's anyway taking part, the autonomic nervous system is anyway controlling all these processes and therefore controlling this entire pattern also. It's not like we think ourselves into these patterns. The pattern comes up before we can even think actually, right? So then at some point this person will recognize, my heart is beating, I don't want to go to this party, I am feeling anxious, let me come back to my breath, let me try and open up my shoulders which have hunched because I recognize it through mindfulness, let me try and ease my belly because I recognize it through mindfulness, right? Now what has started to happen? A new set of neurons has started to fire. Neurons associated with relaxation, neurons associated with awareness, neurons associated with the mind going into thinking and getting the thinking back to the present moment, neurons associated with compassion and acceptance of this pattern in the first place. Now a new set of neurons is firing along with the old set of neurons. And now there is an opportunity for a new neural pathway, a different pattern to build in. So it's happening very systematically. And this is neuroplasticity. When these neurons, the firing and wiring of these neurons changes, the brain's tendencies change, right? Because it is informing, the nervous system change. The nervous system's neurons change, the brain changes. So you are changing your mind to change your brain. And then your brain helps further in changing your mind. And the more number of times you are able to bring relaxed awareness to this pattern, the more number of times your suffering reduces and the more chances for the suffering to continue to reduce each time that pattern is repeated. So the reason it's so difficult to pay attention to unpleasant stimulus now is because this is very entrenched and this is very new. This is like a highway. This is like a small new path that you're building. It's going to be difficult. It's not, the ease of access is not there right now. But as these neurons are going to start wiring with the old pattern, a new pattern will start building, which as it is practiced, it will become entrenched.